At some point, answering a phone call stopped feeling normal and started feeling like an ambush. You hear your phone ring and immediately think, is this an emergency? Or did someone forget texting exists? Somehow, actual talking became stressful, awkward, and slightly illegal, while typing LOL replaced real laughter. So how did we get here? How did sending tiny messages replace using our voices? And why does a missed call feel more aggressive than 10 unread texts? I'm Professor Everything, and today we'll be answering the question, how did texting win over talking? Right here on Explaining Everything. Talking is chaos. You can't edit it. You can't delete it. Once words leave your mouth, they're just out there, ruining your life in real time. You say the wrong thing? Too bad. That sentence is alive now. Texting, on the other hand, is power. You can type a message, stare at it, delete it, retype it, send it to yourself in your head, delete it again, and finally send something completely different. Talking forces you to react instantly. Texting lets you strategize. It turns conversations into chess instead of dodgeball. And let's be honest, talking requires confidence. Tone matters. Timing matters. Facial expressions matter. Meanwhile, texting lets you hide behind a screen like a socially anxious ninja. No voice cracks. No awkward pauses. No accidentally saying, "you too," when the waiter says, "enjoy your meal." Texting didn't replace talking because it was better. It replaced it because it was safer. There was a time when phones were made for calling. Wild concept, I know. But as phones got smarter, talking started to feel like the least efficient option. Why call someone when you can send a message and continue doing literally anything else? Calling demands your full attention. Texting lets you multitask, eat, walk, lie down, overthink, and pretend you didn't see a message for an hour. Talking says, stop everything and focus on me. Texting says, reply whenever, unless it's urgent, which I will indicate with question mark, question mark, question mark. And slowly, talking became the rude option. A phone call now feels like someone knocking on your door, unannounced. You see your phone ringing and think, why didn't they text first? Texting didn't just replace talking, it rebranded talking as an emergency. Talking is intimate. You hear someone's voice, feel their emotions, and catch tiny details like hesitation, or that dangerous pause that says, I probably shouldn't say this, but I will anyway. Talking makes emotions unavoidable. You don't just receive the message, you experience it in real time. Texting flattens all of that into words on a screen, which is perfect if you're trying not to deal with feelings. There's no tone unless you imagine one, no emotion unless you assign it, and no pressure to react immediately like a functioning human being. Texting lets you pause before responding to emotional moments. It gives you time to think, overthink, rewrite, delete, rewrite again, and finally send something vague. You can ghost, delay, or respond with a single thumbs-up emoji to a message that probably deserved a heartfelt response. Talking forces empathy. Texting offers options, and most of those options involve avoidance. Over time, texting created its own emotional language, where meaning isn't just in the words, but in how fast you reply, how short your message is, or whether you used punctuation. A single K can start a fight. LOL can mean discomfort, sarcasm, or emotional surrender. haha is often just fear wearing a smile. And no reply at all? That's not silence. That's psychological warfare. Here's the biggest reason texting replaced talking. Silence became allowed. In a phone call, silence is terrifying. You immediately assume something is wrong, someone disconnected, or you said something unforgivable. In texting, silence is just part of the experience. Hours can pass, days can pass, sometimes forever. Texting normalized delayed responses. It taught us that conversations don't need momentum, they just need Wi-Fi. You can pause a conversation and resume it like a TV show. Talking doesn't let you do that. Talking demands continuity. Texting allows abandonment. Eventually, we got used to conversations that stop and start with no explanation. And once that felt normal, talking felt exhausting. Silence changed how conversations work. In talking, no response is instantly awkward. In texting, silence is vague. Maybe they're busy. Maybe they vanished. That uncertainty lowers expectations, turns effort into an option, and makes real-time talking feel exhausting to people used to leaving conversations unfinished. Texting didn't replace talking overnight. It slowly made talking feel inconvenient, risky, emotionally intense, and unnecessary. We didn't stop talking because we hate people. We stopped talking because texting fit perfectly into a world that moves fast, avoids discomfort, and prefers control over connection. And now, here we are, typing feelings, sending reactions instead of responses, and feeling slightly nervous every time the phone actually rings. A sound that now feels less like communication and more like a jump scare. So the next time someone calls you out of nowhere, maybe answer it or don't. You can always text them later and say, "Sorry, just saw this." And somehow that explains everything. If you enjoy this video or felt personally attacked by your unread messages, please like and subscribe. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.